Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba, does it again!
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go. Three-pointer.
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win.
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Caney's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
What is going on, Huff? Not a bad day of hoops. Didn't have much bets, but it was a fun day of hoops. Packers got the dub. Colts watched it. Tough for Danny Dimes. Dude's got a broken leg and then he tears his Achilles.
Get out of here! We're not talking that. I'm not talking about that right now. I'm not talking about that right now. Go 8-2. I'm not talking about the NFL. I don't care. I'm not talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. So the Colts are absolutely screwed. Ballard took a big swing for the fence. He whiffed. So I'm over it. I'm here talking college basketball now. Congrats to your Packers, but I don't care anymore. I'm repping my Colts, but I can't talk about it. Or I just can't. But yeah, today was a good hooping day. Went 10-8 on the ballpark today after a 23-31 day on Saturday. So wasn't my best Saturday. I'll admit I can do better. I wasn't happy with it, but we were sitting at 6-21 at one point. So to finish 23-31 on the day, I was happy to minimize some losses. But 10-8 today, back in the green on December. Kind of was a fun one today. I don't know if you got any eyes on some of these games, but there's some good easy plays hidden in the board there, I'd say.
Yeah, I watched a little bit. Got absolutely smoked last week and Saturday, so I kind of took it light today. I think I went 1-2. Shout out Seattle UTEP for the over late, but yeah, LSU got clowned today. Brutal. Still high on that team, but they were some of those shots they could not buy a fucking bucket. In that first half, like balls are going toileting out, down and out. It was tough for them. They got smoked. So good for the system. Reset, come back strong. But yeah, I didn't get a ton of eyes on the games today, just because my Apple TV also quit working, so can't even quad box ESPN anymore. So.
They probably did that on purpose. Yeah, they probably did that on purpose too.
It won't. I don't know. It won't show up on my TV. So the signal, whatever, won't work. So debating buying another one, but I fucking hate that. But I need the quad box. So
to
buy another one.
Plus quad box. I don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
shout out them for taking it out of the Xbox app. That was stupid as hell.
Yeah, I was on tech today, so I wasn't too mad about that. But they dominated. St. Thomas dominated. That was a fun one. Kansas -5.5. That was an easy one as well. Northeastern -3 was easy. So it was a good start to the day. Then got some good I mean, UIC +14.5 to only lose by 14. Under St. Mary's Davidson. So it was a fun day. I mean, it had some misses for sure, like Central Michigan plus the points, UTSA, Towson. So some total swings and misses, but for the most part, it was a good day for me. I had good reads. I was the opposite. I was like, I'm going to swing today. I was like, after 23-31, I was a little afraid. I was a little afraid, but I did some late night capping after the IU game. That adrenaline was pumping for the Hoosiers football team. That is, came back. Did some capping, woke up this morning, put the picks in. It was fun, and it worked out. So got us back in the green in the month of December. And hey, what can you do? So after a horrible Saturday, I think Saturday was my worst loss of the season for sure, and maybe even in the last 2 years. So maybe not last 2 years, 23-31, but one of them. It was not a good day. we'll be better on the next Saturday slate, which is good. And yeah, we were good today. So let's fucking go, guys. I'm pumped up for today. Yeah. That was a football team. I guess I will talk is IU. Their basketball team, they don't quit, but they only play hard in the last like 10 minutes of the game. So yeah, and Wisconsin too. I mean, they dominated Marquette.
Marquette's bad.
Marquette's bad, and Kentucky is on the no bet list as well too. I know that they're the first one on the no bet list, but Marquette may be joining that list as well.
Yeah, that was you give them 11 in a rivalry game. They got embarrassed. But shout out both for the over. That was like my 1 or 2 winner for the entire day on Saturday. Everything I did bet hit. Everything I bet lost pretty easily, never close. So it was tough. I'm pretty sure we all got our asses kicked on Saturday, which pretty fucking rare overall. So. Better luck next time, I suppose.
Yeah, Elliot and I had like the same record on Saturday. We had like a similar thing. Like Elliot started bad, but he finished like 24 and 31. So we were pretty much dead even, and we had a similar day of starting out bad. Like he was even worse than me. Like I was 6 and 27, 6 and 21, 3 and 10 at one point. He was like 0 and 8. So we had an absolute surge. So I hope you guys took our night plays over our morning plays. But I know that that's at the beginning of the show. So sometimes it can be tough. But, yeah, hopefully you guys took our later plays on Saturday for sure. So I won't speak for Elliot, but I know that was his record on Saturday because we were very similar in that department. So funny. He was 24 and 31. I was 23 and 31. Pretty funny. But nothing to be proud of. But it was a good – I could have been down like 10 units more in one day, so I'm happy to not be in that department and a minimized loss day. But it made the nighttime a little better, especially with the Hoosiers Big Ten. But yeah, it was a fun Saturday. It was a good slate of hoops. It just felt like the right amount of hoops before we get into those 150 kind of slate games here over the next couple Saturdays.
Yeah. Yep, they're going to be cranking up. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I guess might as well just hop into tomorrow's little rinky-dink slate. If you like mid-majors, this is I guess actually that's a lie. It's not even a great mid-major slate. It's hoops, but nothing great.
Ooh, I love this slate. I definitely love that slate for sure. I'm pumped for it. Like an East Texas A&M Central Arkansas game today, picking East Texas A&M. Those are the games that I love. So let's go. Let's find the spots here for the Monday slate.
Yeah,
I got one here.
I got to play in this one too.
Penn has been on 2 losses. They've kind of struggled offensively over the last couple games. 2 losses in a row. Only 63 points against Villanova, against a Lafayette team who had just had a win. But we've seen them be able to have putrid offenses. And Penn's a little more battle-tested over the last 3 games. You look at Lafayette, even Stonehill, Lemoyne, Ball State, Monmouth, Mercyhurst. But Penn, Drexel, Merrimack, LaSalle, Hofstra, and Villanova just feel like they're a little more battle-tested, have seen tougher defenses. I will lay it with Villanova, and I see 5.5 on – it's a little juice, minus 118, but 5.5 for FanDuel, by the way. So give me Penn minus 5.5.
Yeah, love Penn in this one too, coming off both losses. You look at Lafayette, not really impressive what they've done here. I mean, they've lost to St. Joe's, who Penn beat. They went on the road, lost to Stonehill by 4. Lemoyne beat them at home by 13. They beat Ball State by 18, but that score not really reflective of what it was. Ball State couldn't hit anything, scored 37 points. And then they beat Mercyhurst by 8. Mercyhurst, 5 of 17 from 3 versus 14 of 23 for Lafayette. They shot 61% from the 3-point line, and they were plus 9 in the free throw points. So, I mean, do some math. That's 36 points off of threes and free throws, and they managed to win the game by 8 points. I'm not too impressed by it. I'm with you. I'm going to lay it with Penn. I think they get this done by double digits and just smoke Lafayette. So Penn all around for us. Grambling is at Southern Miss. Southern Miss is laying 8.5. Man, my Grambling boys getting disrespected like this? What? Come on. I know they haven't looked good lately, but still, I mean, it's Grambling and it's Southern Miss. What has Southern Miss done to lay 8.5? Radford, Martin, North Florida wins. Big deal. They did play Grambling State already, so 5-point loss on the road. So maybe you could argue that, but 5-point loss, and now you're going to lay 8.5 at home. Grambling shot 45% from three, I guess, but the free throws, Southern Miss shot an extra 13 free throws in that game. Still couldn't get it home. Not to mention they forced 17 turnovers. So you got an extra 13 free throw attempts and plus 6 in the turnover battle. Still lost the game. I think Grambling is going to hang around in this one. 8.5 feels like too much. I'll take the 8.5 with Grambling State to keep it close on the road in Hattiesburg.
Yeah, this one's kind of interesting to me. You know, around the 7.5. Grambling just had, you know, they've already been at Tulane this season. St. Mary's just absolutely no-showed after a solid performance as of late, especially at home. You know, I've enjoyed their offense after a rough start. I will go ahead and take. I'll go ahead and kind of battle you here. I'm going to go ahead and take the team total over for Southern Miss here. I think Southern Miss is going to be able to put up around in the mid-70s. They've been able to score 80s their last game. They actually played each other already, by the way. Southern Miss lost to Grambling State on the road 75-70 this year. I think Southern Miss gets some revenge here and puts up a good amount of points. I think they score 75 at least for sure. So give me a Southern Miss team total over in this one.
Sounds good. Let's both get home with that one. I like you playing this one. South Carolina State is at Charleston Southern. Charleston Southern is laying 10.5. I was talking to Spoon and Toast on this game. We were already discussing it. I'm with them. I think Charleston Southern here laying too many points, in my opinion. Laying too much. Sorry. South Carolina State, you know, hasn't looked good. They gone to Bethune-Cookman, lost by 21. South Dakota was a 1-point loss. Chattanooga was an 8-point loss. North Carolina A&T, they got blasted by 23. I don't even remember that game, but losing by 23 A&T is crazy. This is their 5th straight road game, so that's not really ideal. But Charleston Southern didn't get their win. It was a D2 school. So I think getting that win off of back-to-back losses, kind of helps. I think 10 is just too many for this one. I'll take the 10.5 with South Carolina State. Might bet this one. Just going to see where this number goes. I'm hoping it climbs a little bit more, but it'd be South Carolina State or nothing for me.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to lay that many points with Charleston Southern? But I'm not really rushing to bet South Carolina State, in my opinion, either. I don't know. It definitely feels like a random spot here. Charleston Southern is randomly good at times, while South Carolina State has not shown up at all. Trevor, too. I mean, they haven't covered this number. They only covered this number against Samford on the road once. So I'm not really trying to rush South Carolina State here. I think Charleston State Southern's defense is actually pretty solid here. Charleston Southern's team total, to answer your question in the chat, is 81.5. That was where my lean was going to be, but I feel like it's a spot-on number. I'll bring a knife to a gunfight and battle Trevor here, but I'm not going to bet this one tomorrow, although I'll bet every other game.
I misspoke. It was not this game we were talking about. I was looking at this one, though. The other game is coming up, but Southern is catching 22.5 against Texas. Texas off of the Virginia embarrassment at home. They have UConn on deck on Friday at Stores, which I can already say I'm going to be laying with Connecticut in that one. So now they get Southern here. Southern coming in, beat Northwestern State. They did play Washington to a double overtime loss on the road, so they played them tight. And then Marquette was an 18-point loss. Texas, I think, is obviously better than Marquette. Marquette's pretty ass, and they're coming off of the Virginia loss here, but I still think this is a Texas team that beats up on these little guys, and then when they play a real team, they kind of get embarrassed. I mean, they've played Lafayette, they beat them by 37. Fairleigh Dickinson, they beat them by, do some quick math, 35. 35. Kansas City was a 16-point win, and then they beat Rider by 33. I know Southern's got more athletes than those teams, but Texas off a loss. This is a spot where they just drill these little guys. I'll lay it with Texas coming off of the embarrassing loss, lost by 19 at home to Virginia. So it wasn't like it was a close loss. They got embarrassed. I'll lay it with Texas. I don't even hate like a Texas team total over. I mean, like I said, when they're playing these little guys, they're scoring 97, 93, 99. Kansas City was a 71-55 game. Didn't shoot well, still won by 16. So I think Texas can score a bunch of points, and they're going to end up covering this number. So give me Texas minus 22.5 square, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lay it here as well. I know that Southern is a solid team to bet points with, especially in some of these games. But as you mentioned, they kind of just run out of gas against these Marquette teams, Arkansas team. And they've won 2 games now in a row. Southern has. They just put up 101 points, a week off. Be a little rusty, and I think Texas is going to come out with some vengeance. We've seen Texas score a ton of points, 97, 99 on Rider, and to some of these inferior teams. But I think Southern could give them some issues for the first 10 to 20 minutes in the first half. But Texas is going to absolutely be ready to rock and run full steam ahead. So I'm going to give Texas laying the points here against Southern as well. Let's go, Trev. Hook 'em.
Yeah, Texas strives to get into the free throw line too. Southern gives up a ton of points, 50th most at the free throw line every game. So there will be plenty of free points to be had with the clock stop. I see a Texas team total 89.5. I'd be willing to go in on that too. The team total or the spread, or maybe even both. Given it's a small slate, I think Texas just kicks the shit out of them, and it's not going to ever be real pretty for the Southern boys here. The Delta Devils catching 31.5 against Kansas State here, over under 154.5. I think Kansas State puts up an ungodly amount of points. They have not looked great lately, but this is Valley State at the end of the day. I don't hate an over either. I think there's going to be plenty of points. It's not like Kansas State plays a bunch of defense. I think Kansas State is pushing closer towards 100 points, so we're asking for 55, maybe 60 from Mississippi State. I think that's doable against this Kansas State defense. So I like the over 154.5, and I like the Kansas State total over 94.5. But I like that full game over more, just because Kansas State's defense not something you're willing to hang your hat on here. I mean, they've given up. Bellarmine got 71 on them. Bowling Green 82. I know Bowling Green's a much better team, but I just think of the spot where Mississippi State get 55, 60, and this over is going to hit. So give me the over 154.5 in this one.
Yeah, I don't trust Mississippi Valley State here against their defense. Only putting up 52 against Louisiana Monroe. I know that Kansas State can push at tempo, but I think in order to feel comfortable here, that they need a kick in the teeth kind of game here. And now they're laying this many points. I think the team total for sure is my spot. Offensively, they've just been horrible since that Nebraska game. I think this is a good bounce back spot for them to put up points. So I think they definitely get 100. So I will take the team total over. But yeah, K-State absolutely stinks. Sorry, Elliot. And they need to get right spot, and their get right spot's in Mississippi Valley State. So I'll take the team total over for K-State. And I personally think that they get right and drill them. So
yeah, this is if they can't get it done here tomorrow, Tang is definitely on the hot seat. But if you win by 12 points to Valley State or something like 92-80, there's going to be some serious issues for him. So let's hope they get it done for Elliott. But give me the over in this one. This was the game we were talking about earlier. New Orleans is laying 1.5 here against Incarnate Word. I think Incarnate Word's the better team. New Orleans Yes, they've dropped was it 6 in a row. They 3 of the last 4 have been against Memphis, Texas Tech, and Mississippi State. So they've played some tough teams, but I think they're laying points just because of what they've done. I mean, they beat Tulane, they went to overtime against Mississippi State, and they beat TCU. Those are good wins, but I just think it's a little bit overvaluing just what they've done versus what they're doing now. I mean, Incarnate Word has looked good. They beat McNeese, and then they ended up losing to Nichols. So coming in off of a loss, they had a big win, got the flat spot out. I think they're up and ready for this game. New Orleans has shown that they can compete with basically anybody right now, or this season. So I think Incarnate Word's not looking past this. I think they're ready to play coming in off of a loss. And I know New Orleans are home and lost 6 straight laying points here, but I just don't think they're going to end up having enough gas to get this done completely. I like Incarnate Word catching the 1.5 in this one.
Yeah, New Orleans defense definitely it definitely defends the perimeter solid, but their inside game is trouble. I think that's where Incarnate Word can get them is down low on the inside. But we've seen 2 different types of Incarnate Word's team. One that can go up and play. New Orleans is super battle tested, but they kind of just have lost their steam, I feel like, and reverted back to the old privateers after their random get-up spot against Tulane on the road. And I think being able to defend the 3 has helped New Orleans, but it's going to be an issue because Incarnate Word kind of likes to, distribute their points down low, take a little more mid-range jumpers, try to get to the line a lot, where New Orleans fouls a good amount too, which I think is an advantage here for Incarnate Word. So I'm going to go here with you and take University of IW and go with the Word here. I like Incarnate Word on the road, especially off a loss, even like you mentioned, but also just in the fact that they can take it inside and destroy New Orleans on the mid-range for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for tomorrow's card. 5 or 6 games. The Tuesday is not a crazy big slate, but there's some really good games on there, mid-major and power conference. So, yes, Sports Science Jacob. He was. Do you think you should take the 1.5 now? I probably will. I think at some point it'll flip, but even if it goes up to, if it does move to like 2.5 or so, I'm not too worried. I think Incarnate Word wins it outright. So maybe if you want to gamble that people are taking New Orleans, small slate, they're kind of a known team based on their wins and almost beating Mississippi State. Maybe they take some money, but I think by tip off, it's going to flip over to Incarnate being favored.
I am going to battle you. I'm going to bet Charleston Southern laying the points, by the way, too, over their team total over. So I'm going to battle you there on that one. Now I decided just because we got 6 games, I'm going to bet them all. I've had 692 bets on the season total already. So 6 of them will get me close to 700. But we'll definitely hit that Word on Tuesday. And yeah, we have 35 games Tuesday. Going to be a great slate for tomorrow night's episode. So maybe we go a little earlier. We'll be started. I think we'll be live like 10:30 Eastern for tomorrow night. So stay tuned there. And yeah, it's a weak slate for sure. But whatever. 33-38 the last 2 days after a winning. So we're gonna pick it up. Good winning day today, and I'm feeling a good slate for tomorrow. Let's go. Let's cap and have a good day tomorrow and start strong Tuesday, like you said. Great games going on. We definitely have some solid mid-major games, and we also have some solid P5 games, like Trevor said as well. We're in the heart of the season, baby. Tuesday, December 9th, or Monday, December 8th. Things are gonna be rocking. It's going to be January before we know it. Conference play taking over in full effect. But, I definitely enjoy this December part of it where teams are rifling out the non-conference. We get those random big games and those Saturday slates to start to increase every weekend, which is amazing.
Yep. Easy day, today and tomorrow, and then we'll see what the future holds there. But that'll do it quick and easy. 25 minutes, 6 games, a little recap action, and we'll be back tomorrow. Take it easy. Catch you guys later.
Peace and love, guys.